Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a concept that, honestly, completely shifted my own perspective. We're going to explore the absolute foundation of our self-worth and discover exactly how our internal dialogue literally shapes the reality we experience every single day.
I want you to start by asking yourself a really honest question. When a challenge arises, when things inevitably go wrong, does your inner voice criticize you or does it comfort you? Your self-talk isn't just some random background chatter. It is absolutely the ultimate diagnostic tool for discovering your true baseline level of inner value.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the journey we're taking today. 1. The inner voice test. 2. The mirror law. 3. Self-esteem versus self-worth. 4. The best friend metaphor. 5. Forgiveness over punishment. And finally, number 6, mindfulness for inner peace.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the inner voice test, diagnosing your true beliefs.
So here's the thing, we are constantly talking to ourselves. Research actually suggests we say thousands of words to ourselves every single day. Even if you're not speaking out loud, there is this continuous monologue running in your head, and it reveals your absolute deepest beliefs. And the wild part? When things go wrong, so many of us default to an entire catalog of negative phrases. You make a tiny mistake and instantly your brain says, "I'm not smart enough." You face a setback and it shouts, "I am unlucky. I am incompetent. No one loves me. I always ruin everything." I mean, just notice how harsh, how absolute, and how devastating those statements are. It's a self-sabotaging habit that instantly strips away all of our power. We have got to consciously stop that negative tape. We need to replace it with warm, empowering alternatives. Next time you fail, you need to tell yourself, "I am capable of learning. I am worthy as I am. I learned from my mistakes. I can handle this challenge. I am proud of myself." Consciously repeating these positive, constructive phrases is exactly how you build a rock-solid foundation of self-worth from the inside out.
Moving right along to Section 2, the mirror law. The universe reflects you.
Now, you might be wondering, why is fixing this inner voice so incredibly urgent? Well, it all comes down to the mirror law, which simply states, the universe treats you exactly how you treat yourself. It is a direct reflection. Think of it like this. If you're broadcasting a frequency of unworthiness, your external circumstances, whether we're talking about your relationships, your financial situation, or even your health, will directly mirror that lack of value right back to you. So, the crucial point is that you simply cannot attract great circumstances into your life if your baseline frequency is self-punishment. If you punish yourself in your mind, the world will punish you in reality. But, on the flip side, if you are kind to yourself, the world becomes kind to you. Everything we experience on the outside is generated directly from the beliefs we hold on the inside.
Let's look at Section 3, self-esteem versus self-worth, the crucial pivot.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the clear distinction it makes. To truly grasp this, we have to separate conditional from unconditional value. See, self-esteem is conditional. It's totally based on your achievements, your skills, or how other people validate you. Because of that, it fluctuates wildly based on external feedback. It's all about what you do. But true self-worth, that is unconditional. It's an inherent value you have simply because you exist. It is a stable, unchanging foundation that absolutely does not crumble just because someone criticized your work or you made a simple mistake.
Which brings us to Section 4, the best friend metaphor, shifting your perspective.
And this brilliantly illustrates a crazy double standard that pretty much all of us have. When we make a mistake, our reaction to ourselves is usually incredibly harsh, right? Something like, "You ruined it. You are a complete failure." But think about it. If your best friend made that exact same mistake, your reaction would be completely different. It would be compassionate. You'd say, "Hey, it's okay. You'll learn and do better next time. You've got this." So ask yourself, why is it that we will gladly spend hours comforting a friend in a crisis, but we won't spend one single minute comforting ourselves? The takeaway here is so simple but so powerful. Be your own best friend. Seriously, do not wait for someone else to validate you or comfort you. You have to become the primary source of your own unconditional love. Whether you just burned dinner on the stove or you just faced a massive financial loss, you need to be the one who steps in and says, "It's okay. We will figure this out together. I still believe in you."
Next up is Section 5, forgiveness over punishment, breaking the destructive cycle.
We absolutely have to address this incredibly destructive habit of self-punishment. So many people operate under the illusion that beating themselves up will somehow prevent them from making future mistakes. Actually, scratch that. It does the exact opposite. It severely lowers your self-worth. It causes you to accept bad treatment from others because, well, you feel you deserve it. It breeds this constant, heavy state of guilt.
Punishing yourself actually guarantees you will repeat the mistake on an even larger scale. Look at great historical figures for proof. Take the story of Moses, for example, who made a grave, fatal error. It was only when he finally forgave himself that he was able to elevate into a profound leader. Self-forgiveness elevates you. Self-punishment just destroys you.
There's a brilliant quote that sums this up. Guilt is a clear indicator of a lack of self-worth. If you are constantly walking around feeling guilty, that is just your inner critic actively feeding on your value. Letting go of that guilt is absolutely essential for your spiritual and personal growth. You literally cannot grow while you are simultaneously tearing yourself down. This leads us to our final step. Section 6, Mindfulness for Inner Peace, Silencing the Critic. So, how do we actually flip the switch and quiet that negative mind? Well, there's a fascinating truth you need to remember. The negative inner voice only survives in past regrets or future anxieties. It thrives on what went wrong yesterday or what terrible things might go wrong tomorrow. But right now, in this exact second, it is completely powerless. It literally cannot exist in the present moment. Let's move to and see how this builds a practical habit to anchor yourself and silence that mind. Step 1. Focus entirely on your breath. Step 2. Observe a micro detail in nature. Really look at the delicate seeds of a dandelion blowing in the wind, or watch the exact microscopic movements of an ant as it navigates the ground, or just follow the slow drift of a cloud above you. Step 3. As you observe, release all thoughts of the past and the future. When you are fully immersed in the cinematic beauty of the exact moment you are in, that harsh inner critic goes completely, beautifully silent.
And that brings us to our final provocative thought for today. If the mirror law is true, if the universe really does treat you exactly as you treat yourself, how will you speak to yourself today? Will you be a harsh critic, or will you step up and be your own fiercely compassionate best friend? The choice is entirely yours, and it will shape absolutely everything that happens next. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer, and I hope you leave today eager and ready to permanently shift your reality through the amazing power of self-compassion.